For disclaimers, firstly, I wanted to apologize for mispronounced words. Secondly, I will not be dropping any names in this video like in my previous video because I don't want to be sued because the things I say might sound like I'm not getting the best service or being manipulated to buy something. This video is meant to be a journal and a guide for those watching. Thirdly, this video is referring to the standard RGP lenses. If you didn't know, there are 4 types of RGP lenses you can get. Mine is the standard one, which is smaller than my corneas. The other 3 are called RGP hybrid lenses, ortho-K lenses, and RGP scleral lenses. By all means, this video wasn't meant to discourage you from getting RGP. It was one of the best things that I ever had. Other than that, you may take this as something to consider or something you might need to know. If you are someone working in eye health, please correct me if I'm wrong. Do share advice, tips, and tricks for getting the best vision. Welcome back if you're coming from part 1. In this video, I will be talking about some pros and cons, tips, and tricks on rigid gas permeable contact lenses, also known as RGP, hard lenses, or permanent lenses. For starter, I use RGP for about 1 year and 5 months, starting from July 2022 up until December 2023. Why I had stopped using it? Because it broke while I was cleaning it on the palm of my hand, and now I'm back wearing my 5th eyeglasses. I intended to post this in the middle of January, but since I had to re-review and rewrite these scripts multiple times, I had to postpone the video making process. I'm aware that there are some information that are lost in this video, so if you have any question, don't be shy, ask below and I will answer them later. Pros number 1, RGP lenses are easy to clean and store. I've tried 3 RGP cleansing products, from traditional cleanser to hydrogen peroxide cleanser to Bosch and Lomb's simplest solution. Out of these 3 products, I find the Bosch and Lomb's simplest solution gave me the best vision. I don't know how to explain it, but it did. This is not sponsored, by the way. Pros number 2. RGP lenses are super easy to get on and off of my eyes. Unlike soft lenses, you don't have to worry about putting them in your eyes the wrong way. Unlike soft lenses, you don't have to stretch your eyelids to the max. I have difficulties trying to put soft lenses on. Even when I stretch my eyes wide open, they always hit my eyelashes or eyelid and fell. Then I had to pick them up, clean them again, and then try again. For RGP lenses, all I needed was to look down, stretch my eyelids a little, look at the RGP on my finger, and slowly raise the finger into my eye until it stuck to the cornea. There's no pressure at all. If you thought putting soft lenses on your eyes was hard, you're wrong, because taking them out was the hardest part for me. I tried pulling the soft lenses away from my cornea, but it didn't work. The soft lenses slip off my finger even though my finger was dry. I tried the pinching technique. One time I pinched my eyeball because I didn't notice the frigging soft lenses had already fallen out of my eye. But for RGP lenses, all I needed to use was the RGP plunger. In my entire experience using RGP, I never put the plunger in the wrong place. It always goes directly onto the RGP and plucks it off my cornea like a piece of cake. Pros number 3. Near normal and stable vision. For your information, eyeglasses and contact lenses are designed to help your eyes to focus light better. However, CL had 2 more tricks up its sleeves. Number 1, it takes over your cornea's job at focusing light. This is very helpful if your cornea was injured, you were born with corneal deformities, or you were affected by keratoconus. For the record, I never got 6/6 vision with eyeglasses, but I did get 6/6 vision for both eyes with RGP. Number 2, your vision will always be in the optimal vision. Number 2, your vision will always be in the optimal vision correction zone. So that means you get the best but also stable vision at all time. Unlike eyeglasses, your vision will only be in the optimal vision correction zone as long as you look at a certain point. This optimal vision correction zone is usually at the center of your eyeglasses. So if you look away from the center of your eyeglasses, you will not be getting the best vision. But for me, this means I mostly end up with a headache because the lights weren't distributed evenly throughout my eyes. What do I mean by normal vision? I experience two types of vision distortion with eyeglasses. Number one, when I got a stronger prescription, I noticed the vision distortion got more severe. For example, on my fourth eyeglasses, it's like I'm wearing a binocular plus magnifying glass. When I look at birds in the sky, I see them as big as chicken, and things far away become super close. By the way, this is before I knew that you could choose aspherical lenses instead of spherical lenses to reduce this distortion. Back when I made my fourth eyeglass, this woman working for optometrist A, I don't know if she's an optician or just a saleswoman, but she kept pushing me to buy these expensive lenses that I didn't need. So that's about that. Continuing to number two, when you watch movies or TV series with subtitles, you never get comfortable because if you tilt your head, your vision gets stretched. But with RGB lenses, I don't have to worry about experiencing that kind of discomfort ever again. Pros number 4, breathability, which equals to a longer time of usage and a reduction in risk regarding contact lenses complications. My optometrist did warn me about two things. Number one, never use it for more than 8 hours in a day. And number two, never use it every day due to giving your cornea a break and letting it breathe. But since life demands otherwise, I did wear my RGB lenses for at least 16 hours max, and I use my RGB every day. Now, why did my optometrist tell me not to use RGB lenses every day? It's because contact lenses are known to reduce oxygen absorption into your eyes. Is it dangerous? Yes, but only if you never take your contact lenses off. Is it noticeable? Yes, at least at the beginning. I used to get very sleepy after an hour or so of wearing RGB lenses, but this issue got reduced and went away as time went on. I also nap while wearing RGB lenses multiple times. I usually sleep for about 30 minutes or an hour, but one time when I had my wisdom teeth surgically removed, I fell asleep for 6 hours while wearing RGB lenses. Now, despite my carelessness and me not suffering any consequences for what I did, I do not recommend you to sleep while wearing RGB lenses unless they are ortho-K lenses. Pros number 5. RGB lenses are quite durable. They will not break or scratch easily as long as they don't reach their expiration date or a certain time period where an optometrist would consider them expired. This is different from manufacturer to manufacturer, but it's safe to assume that after 1 year it could break at any given moment. Mine broke while I was cleaning it on my palm. Cons number 1. Taking on pros number 5, I had to stress this once more. When you use your RGB lenses for more than a year, it's safe to assume the lenses have entered their expiration period. Was I aware of this expiration period? No, nobody told me about this because RGB is generally advertised as being able to last for at least 2 or 3 years. I was shocked when optometrist B told me about this. Anyways, is it dangerous? No. You can use it as long as it doesn't break or chip, but please know that anything could happen at any given moment. Again, this is different from manufacturer to manufacturer. I do highly recommend talking to your RGB provider about risk management. Cons number 2. patience and time needed to get RGP lenses. Keep in mind that RGP lenses are custom-made contact lenses, and the process of making one will take a lot of time. I get mine in about 3 months, give or take. You may wonder why. This depends on your RGP provider. Your RGP provider may have the equipment to get an accurate mold of your corneas, but they still need you to try RGP trial lenses before getting your finalized version of RGP lenses. Again, this is different from provider to provider. One provider may already have trial lenses in stock, thus shortening the overall time, but the other might need to order them from overseas. In my case, my provider needs to order them from Japan, not once but twice, one for trial lenses and one for the finalized version of RGP lenses. Cons number 3. Pain in regards to getting RGP lenses. Coming from cons number 2, not only getting RGP lenses is time consuming but also painful. The most pain comes from the trial lenses because you need to try multiple lenses, and every time you switch lenses, your eyes need to readjust to accommodate foreign objects stuck into your cornea. I had to try 4 pairs of trial lenses before getting the finalized version. I had to switch between 2 lenses twice a day because my RGP provider had to limit how many times I switched lenses to avoid injuring my cornea. So it took 2 days for my provider to get the right fit for me. By 2 days, not 2 days in a row, but 2 days in 1 week. The last pain you'll experience with RGP lenses was when you put on your finalized RGP lenses onto your cornea for the first few times. Once you get used to your RGP lenses, the pain will be reduced and gone in no time. Cons number 4. Discomfort caused by dislodged lenses. Once you get used to your RGP lenses, the only real discomfort you'd ever experience after that was when your RGP lenses dislodged. Now, what did I mean by dislodge? Dislodge here means that when the lenses get a little bit off from the cornea, you will experience a certain sensation, like having something in your eye. The best way I can describe this type of discomfort is that it felt slightly worse than the sensation when you get an eyelash into your eye. As you know by now, RGP lenses are smaller than cornea. So there are times when it gets dislodged, either by blinking too quickly, or sometimes you just don't do anything. You just sit there on sofa watching TikTok, but the RGP decides to get dislodged anyway. And the worst part of your RGP become dislodged is when you're driving or you're in public and suddenly your eyes and nose start to become teary and runny. It looks like you're crying, so it's kind of awkward if someone sees you. I'm calling this one discomfort because you can easily correct it when it happens. The best way I correct it by taking the RGP off my eye, cleanse it a little bit with eye drops, wait for a few seconds, then put it back on my eyes. Or you could wait for it to resettle on its own, but it could take minutes and the chances for it to be dislodged again are very high. Cons number 5. Dry eyes. If you suffer from dry eyes, this information is super important to you. I did not know I had dry eyes until I was diagnosed with dry eyes by my RGP provider, aka optometrist. So how does this affect your daily RGP usage? It doesn't cause any real discomfort but rather annoyance to me because my RGP lenses would get cloudy similarly to how your eyeglasses get foggy. I noticed that my RGP would get cloudy when I was driving, so I had to use sunglasses to reduce the cloudiness and see better. I also experienced cloudiness when switching from cool air to hot air. And my lenses would get cloudy if the day was extra hot. I haven't found a permanent solution for these problems, so the best I could do is apply eye drops before switching from cool air to hot air, wear sunglasses while I drive to reduce the cloudiness, and sleep when the day is extra hot. You shouldn't worry about this if you live or work in a stable temperature room or just a cool room. Cons number 6. Blinding light and the inability to read or see close-up things, such as labels. This might be an isolated case. FYI, my RGB lenses only correct my astigmatism, which means these RGB are not toric lenses. Why is that? Because here in Malaysia, getting RGB lenses is expensive. When I get mine, all the costs, including the optometrist fee, rounded out to 1,700 Malaysian ringgit. In USD, it equals to $360. So if I were to get a toric lenses, it would double the price to above 2,000 ringgit, which in USD would equal to 400 plus in dollars, 400 plus dollar. All I'm saying here is that this issue might be related to me not using the RGB toric lenses. Since I can't confirm that, I'd say it's best to give it the benefits of the doubt. Anyway, back to the blinding lights and inability to see close up. I would describe the blinding lights as my vision would get super cloudy, like I was seeing pure white light whenever a strong light coming my way. For example, when I'm driving at night or I look up at lights on the ceiling. That means I need to squint my eyes. I should note that this only happens at night. Unless, but not least, the inability to see close-up things. The best way to describe this, like, when you look at labels or things too close to your eyes and it becomes blurry. This exactly what happened to me. Now, is this issue a bad thing? No. I see this as a fair trade. Honestly, I'd rather have 660 vision or even better than being able to see close-up things. I mean, I mostly spend my days looking at faraway or intermediate things. So that's that. Now, I think I've covered all the things that should be covered in this video. Again, thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more eye health, beauty, and technology. I am mresult04-15 signing off for now.